of the command module. This would look to be the panel, the display panel with some of the fuel quantity dials on the right side of the cockpit. At the time these television pictures were transmitted from the spacecraft, Apollo 11 was about 121,000 nautical miles from Earth. Where we do have good signal lock-on, we got amazingly good quality from those little Omni antennas. As we've mentioned before, normally the high-gain antenna would be used for a television transmission of this sort. And we could almost make out a face in that one, and somebody's hand down at the instrument panel. That last view just before we lost picture lockup appeared to be the right center portion of the main display console, main display panel in the command module. For a brief moment there, we had a picture of a somewhat placid Neil Armstrong closing his eyes momentarily. Another crewman to his left, I'm not sure at this point that I can make out who it was. It did appear it might have been Mike Collins.
Yes, Apollo 11. Go ahead, 11. Oh, Charlie, is that you? That's me. How are you there? Oh, just fine. How's the old white team today? The old white team's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. We're ever alert down here. Ever alert and vigilant. Hey, you got any medics down there watching heart rate? I'm trying to do some running in place down here, and I'm wondering just out of curiosity whether it brings my heart rate up. Well, they will spring into action here momentarily. Stand by.
That was Mike Collins commenting that he was doing some running in place exercises. We may get a brief view of that a little later on in this transmission if the picture stabilizes and holds still for us.
Hello, 11. We see your heart beating. Okay, well, look at the CDR and the DMP if they go up any. We're all running in place up here. You wouldn't believe it. I'd like to see that site. Why don't you give us a TV picture of that one? I think Buzz is trying. You got it. Okay, it's coming in a ghost zone, Buzz. Guess Bruce said we don't have it here in the center. Going to help out the CCC very much. I don't know if it's a vibration or what it is, but it makes the pitch and yaw rate needles on FDAI number 1 jump up and down a little bit when we jump up down. All right. Don't start anything running there, Mike.
What is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday evening, 7:47, coming out of the sky. Welcome, one and all. Let's shoot the shit for a little bit. No topic. This is not a stream where a topic is going to be decided. It's very rare that a stream stays on topic anyway, but this is not even beginning with the stream. There is no what's your favorite Star Wars movie. There's no what's your favorite piece of Star Wars music. That's what it is, man. That's all it is. We are just talking about whatever. But welcome to the stream, guys. Carter, good to see you, man. Rogue, Guardian, Daniel C, Game Station 3, The Chosen One, Mr. T, Anthony, Destroy Rebel Scum, Fly Me to the Moon, Elijah, Brian, Polito, Stuart, DX, Alejandro, Baby Yoda, Owen Fett, Kanubi. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. So, as I said, no topic is off limits. This is not a solely Star Wars stream. Let's devolve into some interesting topics, shall we? But Overlorded Sith, Swishfish, and Caleb Kemp, thank you guys for the first super chats of the stream before the stream even technically began. I appreciate the hell out of it. Overlorded Sith was first. If Vader had his own guard, what would you call them? Oh, golly. What would you, I want some suggestions. What would you guys call them? If Vader had his own, like, Imperial guards, or like, Shadow, is that what they're called? Shadow guards? The Emperor's guards? Emperor's guards. Emperor's royal guard. Well, then who's the Shadow guards? Does Vader have guards? Does he actually have guards? No, Emperor's Shadow Guard. Emperor's Shadow Guard is an organization of elite, force-sensitive soldiers. Oh. Wait, what is this from? Oh, Force Unleashed. Oh, weird. Okay. Why am I thinking of that? Interesting. I don't know. What would you guys call them? The Knights of Vader? There you go, Tristan. Vader's Fist. Yeah, Vader's Fist. I'm actually wearing a 501st Legion Vader's Fist t-shirt right now. It says Vader's Fist right at the tip top of it. Yep. Vader's Fist is good. Ooh, that's really, I don't know. The Servants. I don't know. I kind of like the Servants, you know? It's kind of ambiguous a little bit. Well, in a way, the Inquisitors are his guards. That's true. I've always liked the name, the Inquisitors, the Inquisitorius. I've always liked that. But I don't know. There's some way better suggestions in this chat than I've come up with. The Knights of Vader, Vader's Fist is a thing. Vader's Shield. I like that. The Stalkers. The Shadow Guard. Vader's Wrist. The Dark Elite. Vader's Spawn, Vader's Cavalry, the Inquisitors, yeah. Helpers, the Fixers. I kind of, there's some good suggestions here. I kind of like the Servants. It's ambiguous. I don't know. I would call it the people who follow this random dude with a cape. That's not bad. But anyway, Overlorded, I appreciate it. What would you call it? That's the question I want. What would you call them? The Choker's Helpers. Vader's Creepy Creeps. Yeah. I don't know. It's funny how, like, it's funny how a lot of these are very similar to each other. I don't know. Dark Servants. There's always got to be the word dark in there, right? The Hand of Vader, Vader's Fist, me dead. Carter. You goofball. Alright, anyway, but I appreciate that, Overlorded. Thank you so much, man. And Swishfish says, where is it? Finished my sequel trilogy rewatch, The Rise of Skywalker. I liked it. Hate the island scene. Won't describe it for spoiler reasons. But otherwise, I came out of the whole trilogy happy. Anyway, I have a Canuck tenor. Greedo, well, thank you so much for the generous super chat this evening, man. I'm waiting to get the physical media. I have not ordered it yet. My daughter's birthday is in a week and a half. So I haven't spent anything on myself in a long time, and we're just kind of pumping money into that birthday, getting her some fun stuff. I have not watched it again. I have not watched it at home. And I'm honestly looking forward to it. Like I really want to see if my opinion of the movie will change. I'm sure it will. I'm sure, maybe some of the harsh edges that I originally had for the movie will kind of smooth out, right? And I'm curious if that'll be the case. With a lot of the modern Star Wars movies, the more I watched The Force Awakens, the more I watched The Last Jedi, I liked those, the more that I watched them. That is the opposite with like Rogue One. The more I watched it, the less I liked it. In Solo, actually, the more I watched Solo, the more I liked it. So it's kind of, I've actually disliked more Disney era Star Wars movies than I've liked, which is always fun when people find that out, that I've heard what this channel is all about from bullshitters. You know what I mean? It's always fun for them to discover that I'm extremely critical with a lot of this shit, despite what some fuckheads say. Gotta love the internet. But yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm probably gonna, I don't know when I'm gonna get around to doing it, to watching it again. But honestly, the next time I probably get go to Walmart or something for a grocery stock up is probably when I'm gonna grab a copy of it. But I think I'm good to go for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I don't think I'll have to go anywhere for 2 or 3 weeks, but yeah. Anyway, Swish, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you came away happy. Giving it some time to digest. There's there's talked about it ad nauseum now, but there's a lot that I dislike about that movie, and very little that I like about it. So I'm assuming that after another viewing, like I said, maybe those harsh feelings will kind of round their edges, But yeah. Anyway, Swish, I appreciate that, man. I will grab my 4K copy soon, and I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of 4K copies, this morning I found out that the 45th anniversary of Jaws is going to be celebrated with a 4K copy of Jaws being released. I'm 100% going to get that. I own Jaws on VHS and DVD, and Blu-ray, and now I'm going to own it on 4K. I gotta always buy it. If I will say in the summertime, it's my all-time favorite movie of all time, ever, all time. So, I love it, man, and I'm extremely excited to check it out. But I appreciate that, Swish. And Caleb Kemp, hello there. I got a temp job at a grocery store. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm sure they're completely swamped. I mean, every time I go to the grocery store, I think I've been 2 or 3 times since everything kind of went to hell. They are super busy. The stock clerks are just slinging boxes, and it's crazy. And it's interesting to see the dynamics between different grocery stores, right? The past 2 times I've gone to Walmart grocery. The first time I went to Publix, and Publix was gutted. And I haven't heard that it's any better. Plus, it's kind of expensive, and I'm just kind of like bulk buying chicken breasts and throwing them in the freezer in freezer bags and 2-packs, splitting them up. And I'm just getting bulk meat to freeze so we don't have to move. But dude, congratulations. We all appreciate what you're doing. You are a part of the apparatus that is keeping this nation, this world running. You are a part of the supply chain to all of us goons who are trying to avoid spreading this shit. But yeah, man, congratulations, and more than that, we appreciate it. But I appreciate that channel support as well, man, and enjoy it. Have some fun in the chaos. Cole, can you still get pub subs? That is a really good question, and as always, good to see you, man. I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna have to find that out. I might have to call Publix tomorrow and ask. What a shallow thing to call about. Are you guys still making Publix subs? Can I come in and get a chicken tender sub? I hope so, though. I hope so. There you go. Carter Lovejoy, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Who would die of COVID-19, Vader or Palps? Palps. Yeah. Palps is an older man. Palps, Vader has the breathing apparatus. Vader is more machine than human. Yeah, definitely. I think Palpatine would succumb to the effects of the coronavirus way quicker than Vader, for sure. What am I hearing? What am I hearing? Oh, I thought my daughter was crying, but she's laughing. All right. Do they call it COVID-19 because it happened last year? Oh yeah, yep. It's named after the year it was that strain was discovered. But yeah, Carter. I think Palp for sure. I appreciate that, man. And let's see. Get one for me. I absolutely. What's your go-to pub sub, Cole? My go-to pub sub was used to. How often have you had a pub sub? I'm curious, but my go-to used to be the Ultimate. I used to get the Ultimate constantly. Get the Ultimate with banana peppers and spicy mustard on it. Oh, so good. But then I discovered something to clog my arteries even faster. A chicken tender sub. Imagine. Like 6 or 8 big pieces of chicken tender cut up. Just chop, and then anything you want on it. Once again, banana peppers, spicy mustard. I like onions and tomato. I like spinach on it. Oh my God, it's so good. And then I'll go to the deli behind me, and I'll get a pack of Boar's Head, or a jar of Boar's Head peppercorn. Is that what it is? Peppercorn mayonnaise. Let's see. Peppercorn mayo. God, why do these streams always devolve into a food discussion? Yeah, peppercorn gourmets. If you guys have not tried the Boar's Head Pepper House, it's called Pepper House Gourmets. Get it. Pepper House Gourmets Boar's Head sauce. Oh, it's one of my favorites. I could put that shit on anything. Oh, it's so good. But yeah. Food talk. SSK286, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Do you think Brad Bird could direct a good Superman movie? Well, well, absolutely. I think it would be more in line with what I think of when I think of Superman. My Superman SSK, you might have heard me say this before. I don't really care for like Man of Steel or Batman vs Superman. I haven't seen that, actually. My buddy, literally, he said, like, one of my best friends, and we see eye to eye on movies. He got out of the theater and he just texted me, said, "Do not see that movie." And I haven't, and I kind of want to out of curiosity. But yeah, I like my Superman very Boy Scouty and squeaky clean, and just like an all-around do-gooder. And I think maybe Brad Bird would put a charming spin on Superman that I find is lacking with a lot of kind of modern Superman stuff, you know? But yeah, maybe that's just me. I haven't really cared for... I actually like Superman Returns more than Man of Steel, which I think is probably maybe the minority opinion. I really don't know. But yeah, so yeah, absolutely. SSK. I would love to see something like that. Kind of take Superman back to being... See, my favorite Superman, as I said, is squeaky clean Boy Scouty. I love Superman for all seasons. I love the original, like, 1940s comics. I have an anthology book of them all, when he's kicking Nazis' asses and stuff like that. And it's fun, you know. I like my Superman to be just an all-American Boy Scout attaboy, you know. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, SSK. And Merciless Bitch Ass, Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I love the name. You think they'll ever redo the CGI in the prequels? Oh, that's an interesting question. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Maybe in the future that will be some massive, like, fan project. I've never thought about, though. And the only reason, Merciless, I kind of like, I don't like the idea of them updating the CGI or redoing the CGI, because it is kind of, it's almost like a time capsule of the era, of the time, you know, and to see where technology was at that time. I kind of like it that way. Not to mention, you would have to redo a shitload of CGI. You might as well have the actors just, the footage of them still standing in front of blue and green screens and just redo everything, right? I don't know if that footage still exists, but so I don't think they ever will. The only reason that maybe they would want to, well, I was gonna say, because those movies were shot on digital, and it's not like you can like scan in a film negative, like a 70 millimeter print, I believe, can go up to 12K. A 35 millimeter print can go to 6K. So that, if you have an actual film reel of, let's say, A New Hope, for a 35 millimeter print, you can scan it at 4K or 6K. You know what I mean? But you can't do that with a digital copy. It's like, it would be like stretching a picture on your phone with your thumbs and just trying to make it bigger and upscaling it, and it's just going to get pixelated and look shitty, right? But even redoing the CG wouldn't fix that, because you would still have the footage of the actors, since it was all shot on digital. I don't know, man. I don't know. No, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say they never will. But anyway, I appreciate that, Merciless bitch ass. I love the name once again, man. And George Heilman, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this evening as well. I watched Critters Attack recently. Unsurprisingly, it was worse than the other 4. At least the creatures and gore were fun. Critters Attack? Critters Attack. Whoa. Wait. What? Critters. They're still making those? I vaguely remember. Hold on. Where's the sequels? Critters sequels. Okay, Critters franchise. Weird. You know how when you like, you completely forget something exists, and then you see a picture or something like that, and you go, holy shit, I remember this. That's kind of how I'm looking at Critters right now. Critters 2, the main course, Critters 3, Critters 4, and then what? Critters Attack is that Sci-Fi always talks and require the broadcast into Critters. Weird. Dude, I remember what these critters look like. I remember the artwork of this. I feel like I've seen it. But I barely have. It's almost like Tremors for me. I remember watching Tremors. I remember watching Tremors 2 too. But I barely remember Tremors or Tremors 2. And that's kind of how I'm looking at Critters right now. I remember this. It came out in what, 86. But I have like barely any memories of this. Interesting. So yeah, I probably won't ever see this. I probably won't ever see this, George. But yeah, man, I appreciate that. And yeah, maybe I saw it on Blu-ray for cheap and was somewhat intrigued. Oh boy. One of those impulse like Walmart bin purchases. $4. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And Mark Hoggood, good to see you. Or hey, good. You corrected me last time. Mark, thank you so much. You said, ask me anything. What would you use to season a pork loin? Either oven roasted, crock pot, or grill. Trying to change the quarantine routine. I've actually only done pork loins in the oven. I've never made one in a crock pot or on the grill, to tell you the truth. So yeah, I've never done it. Let me see. I don't think I've ever done one. I know for a fact I've never done one on the grill, and I know for a fact I've never done one in the crock. How would it come out in the crock pot? Would it turn into like shredded pork? You know what I mean? Like something that you could shred and put on tacos or something like that. That might be pretty good. So no, we've always done, our tenderloins or pork loins. We marinate them sometimes, or with like, I don't know, garlic and obviously some kind of olive oil, and you can throw some brown sugar in there, shit like that. You marinate it, and then we've always oven roasted it. Yeah. Always turns out really good too, Gooner Chiefs fan the other day was talking about making what did he call it? Like almost like Cuban sandwiches out of a pork loin. He said that he cuts it up and like fries it on a pan, and sears it and kind of smashes it down and creates these kind of sliders, these sandwiches out of them, which sounded really good. But yeah, man, we haven't done one of those a pork loin in a very long time. Probably not. Honestly, we used to do them quite a bit, but probably not in this past like 9 months. We haven't. Probably haven't done one in like 9 months, to tell you the truth. Definitely not since we moved into this house, and we definitely didn't make them when we lived with my folks while our house was being built. So yeah, about 8 or 9 months or so. It's kind of crazy. That was kind of a staple we used to make a couple times a month. Essentially turns to shredded pork. I use apple cider vinegar and pepper for the crock pot. Good stuff after 12. But yeah, Mark, that's exactly what we do with crock pot, with pork ribs. Apple cider vinegar, that's what I put it on. And I usually put on some Lowry's and pepper as well. And we do that. Yeah, we do that in the crock pot for 8 hours. Dude, I love, crock pot ribs are so damn good. So damn good. We always turn these chats into food live streams. I love it. But Mark, hell yeah, man. Tonight I just made a couple chicken breasts, pan serum. What I do is crush up Ritz crackers, and that I use that as my breading. Ritz crackers as breading, and it works really well. And it kind of it tastes like fried chicken. It's really good. But yeah, man, hell yeah, love it, Mark. I appreciate that. And yeah, tenderloin, that sounds pretty good. We do chicken tacos that way too in the crock pot. We'll cook a couple chicken breasts. I'll put the chicken breasts on the bottom of the crock pot, and then pour a couple cans of like Rotel tomatoes on top, and then a can of corn and a couple cans of like kidney beans or black beans. And just kind of, and then some, kind of cayenne pepper or whatnot, stir it all around, and then cook it for 8 hours. And then by the time it's done, you just shred that chicken. It just completely shreds. You mix it all up, and then you got chicken tacos that'll last a week. It's awesome. But yeah, man, hell yeah. It's delicious. I need to make a video. I need to make food videos. Delicious stuff. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Food talk. Let's get hungry. And David Kivo, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I've been slowly working my way through The Sopranos. Started season 4 recently. It's pretty fantastic so far. Ever watched it? Yep. And David, it is. I often say that it is my favorite show of all time. The Sopranos. I was very late to the show. What's going on here? Thought I was having like a nosebleed or something. Nope. So yeah, we were very late bloomers to The Sopranos. I want to say we started it in 2014. And then we kind of watched it really quick because me and my wife were both like completely into it. And it slowly but surely became my favorite show. And I still think it's considered my favorite show. I don't know what a close second would be close seconds are filled with so many other shows from, Star Trek The Next Generation to like Breaking Bad, and just various other shows that I've watched over the years. But I think Sopranos just still takes the cake for me. They do such a great job of, a lot of other shows and movies kind of emulate this or have done this in the past, but they do such a great job of making you root for the biggest scumbag piece of shit on the planet, right? And Tony Soprano. Like, he is a scumbag. He is a cheat, a piece of shit. And you can't, almost can't be trusted, right? But you root for him. You root for him. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I love it. Enjoy it. There's twists and turns in there. It's kind of like Game of Thrones in the same way, where you'll fall in love with the character and then, sorry, they're gone. But yeah, man, love it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let us know what you think when it's all done. Let us know what you think of the ending. Not going to say anything further than that. I'm not even going to give my opinion on it. But yeah, man. Anyway, would love a Greedo's Kitchen series. I'm on board, David. I'm on board to do it. I did make a few cooking videos in the past called From Trooper to Table, and I just never followed through with making more than 2 of them. But I liked it, From Trooper to Table. Oh, what's up, Eckerd's Ladder? Good to see you, man. Hope everything's going well. No, well, yes, the helmet does protect. I go to Publix, which is a grocery store for your Canadian ass down here in Florida. I wear my Stormtrooper helmet. But that would actually, if things weren't insane and nuts and pandemic-y, that would actually be a pretty funny video. But I think I would hate myself for the rest of time if I walked into a grocery store with my Stormtrooper helmet on and tried to play this as a goof. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, it's good to see you, man. Hope everything's going well for you. Greedo's Cocktails was... Oh, nice. You tried the mojito? It's good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. And Caleb Kemp, once again, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Also, I finally got my The Rise of Skywalker soundtrack vinyl, and I got a signed The Rise of Skywalker novel. Nice. And since I signed up for Audible, the audiobook is for free. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I do have a desire to read the novelization. But in terms of things that I need to read or want to read, it is pretty low on the totem pole on the list of things that I want to read, before that, I want to read Master and Apprentice, and before that, I want to read Alphabet Squadron, and then I want to read, the Dooku book. There's a whole laundry list of Star Wars books that I want to read before I jump into reading the novelization of a movie that I didn't really care for, But sounds like you're digging it. You got the whole Rise of Skywalker collection there. Music, book, movie, audiobook. I dig it, man. Enjoy it. Speaking of books, Psychotic brought up Star Wars, The Adventures of Luke Skywalker, or something like that. The original book that was written in 1976 and released. And I found a copy, and I kind of want to read that and make a video about it. That might... that might be the next thing that I read. We shall see. Currently, what am I reading? What am I reading? Nothing right now. Actually, I downloaded a preview of Master and Apprentice, which I think came with like the first couple chapters. I had a hard time getting into it. I need to continue it, but I think I would really... Oh, it's only $2 on Kindle? All right, Tristan. I appreciate the heads up. I would love to... Okay, $2 on Kindle. I'm on board. That'll be the next book that I read. Yeah. George Lucas's novel. Yeah, it's not really George Lucas's novel. Yes, he created the story and all that, but there's a whole... I was reading about it. It's kind of interesting. There was a ghostwriter on it, but yeah. Anyway. And Blue Spectre, thank you so much for the super chat. Chosen One, Amanda Rosenblatt, Benjamin B, Rogue Guardian, VF Productions. Thank you guys so much. I'm very long-winded. I appreciate the patience. Blue Spectre says, get your kid a Star Wars Pez dispenser. We didn't get her any Star Wars stuff for
Love your content.
Oh.
Keep doing what you're doing. Though personally, I love the Star Wars through a novel. Cool face. Thumbs
Cool.
up.
Cool face, thumbs up. Oh, the robot didn't say anything for Hang 10. Philip, thank you so much. I'm going to attempt to pronounce your name, but I'm a big dumb idiot, and I don't think I will get it correct. Parida? Did I say that correctly? Philip Parida. I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat. You let me know if I'm correct or not. I'm going to give myself a 10% chance of being right. Parida. But Philip, thank you so much, man. Give me 1 sec. I got Blue Spectre, Chosen One, Amanda Rosenblatt, Benjamin B, Rogue Guardian, VF Productions, and then you. But hang out and let's shoot the shit a bit. Yeah, Blue, I didn't get it. We haven't gotten anything like for her birthday, which is in a week and a half, Star Wars wise. You know, we got her some like Frozen action figure kind of things. Got her some outdoor pool toys and whatnot. Got some books. I am blanking. Got her a lot of stuff. I can't remember what. Man, I am completely blanking. Weird. But yeah, I'll get her a Pez dispenser. How about that? I think Pez might be a little difficult for her to eat, but yeah, man, I will. I'll throw that towards something Star Wars, even if it's like a pack of stickers or something. She has a plush Chewbacca that I got out at Galaxy's Edge in California. And in terms of Star Wars stuff, I think that's really all she has. She, you know, some of my old Star Wars toys from when I was a kid, I brought down from the attic and gave to her. Like there's a the land speeder. You know, she'll push that around. But yeah. Anyway, daughter doesn't listen to this. She's not even 2, man. She'll be 2. She doesn't know what I'm talking about. I mean, she does. It's weird because she's putting things together and she's attentive and she gets what you're saying now. So you got to watch your language. There have been many times where she says, "God damn it," and you go, "Oh no," or "Jesus Christ," and she'll say, "Jesus Christ," and I'm like, "Oh no." Her first curse word, I believe, was shit. You know, gotta watch ourselves. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Blue. And Chosen One, thank you so much, man. For those in the chat, I'm all the shills. We're all film analysts here. Bought your book. Can't wait to read and do a review on my channel. Hope the family as well. Well, thank you so much for picking up a copy of the book, man. I appreciate the hell out of that. And I hope you get something out of it. I hope you enjoy it. Don't pull any punches on the review. I'm a big boy. But dude, thank you so much for picking it up. Yeah.
You're a shill. You don't agree with me 100%. You're not a part of my club. You're a shill.
But I don't like 3 out of the 5 Star Wars movies that Disney produced.
You're a shill. I need to create enemies on the internet. Everybody's a shill.
Fucking dumbasses. Gotta love it. But anyway, Chosen One, cheers. I appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. It's going to be 40-minute stream. It's going to be an hour stream. I am slow on the draw here and long-winded. But yeah, I appreciate that, Chosen One. Let me know what you think. Don't worry, can't wait to read it. Good. And yeah, and once again, I'm sorry about the mess. But I appreciate that, man. And Amanda Rosenblatt, thank you so much. Confirmed, I still don't like sand. Be well, guys. Funny enough, we went to a big sand. Me and my daughter. I've been going on 4-mile runs for the past week every morning, and we go to like there's a big volleyball pit and just kind of like random places on the run that nobody is ever at. So you know we'll go to the woods and run around the woods, and we saw a snake today, and we played in a big sand pit. We were the only ones out there for the entire like 45 minutes we were sitting in the sand. And yeah, I don't really like it either. This Floridian, you know, sand's fine. Sand's all right. If you're at the beach, it's cool. But yeah, anyway, Amanda, I appreciate that. That's like, I love, you know, I living in Florida, I look forward to the summer. one of my favorite things in the entire world. Swimming in a pool or going to the beach, right? I love it. I love it. Just a really happy time of the year. Love it. And the idea that this summer might be a dud because of this goddamn virus sucks so bad. This is kind of like the first year that my daughter would be able to go to the beach and actually maybe splash around in the water a little bit on her own, and and it sucks, man. It really sucks. Really sucks. But anyway, I appreciate that, Amanda. And Benjamin B, did you get a chance to start KOTOR 2? Nope, I haven't started it, but I did install it. I installed it. It is actually, let me double check that. Knights of the Old Republic, Sith Lords. Yep, I installed it. Last time we discussed this, I have not had a chance to play it yet. My playtime is 2 minutes, according to Steam. That's just because I launched the game and then, quit just to see if it was working. But yeah. Oh man, let me take a quick sip of the water. But yeah, man. So that I'm definitely gonna end up playing KOTOR 2. And just kind of, because you're not the only person who has mentioned, or like not really needing to play the first one in order to appreciate the second one, and everybody says the second one is better. I don't know if that's a general consensus, but I've heard that frequently. Not recently actually. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably start it up, after Clone Wars dies down, after I kind of finish some things that I need to finish or want to finish on the channel and not on the channel. But yeah, in apps and once I finish Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, which will probably only take me another couple hours. So, and then you'll be able to look for some KOTOR 2 streams. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, man. And Rogue Guardian, thank you so much as well. What did you think of Knives Out, Rian Johnson's recent film? I thought it was fantastic. Yeah, Rogue, I loved it. I like those types of movies, those whodunits. I thought it was really well done. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm one of those idiots who thinks they got it figured out within the first couple minutes, and then the movie's over, and I'm like, oh, you're an idiot. Why do you ever try to guess the ending of any of these types of movies, you dipshit? And I was so off base. I thought I had it nailed to the point where I went up for a bathroom break, and I wrote down like one sentence and put it on a piece of paper on my counter. So if I was right, this is so dumb. If I was right, I could say, look, I was right. And my wife would see that paper and be like, oh yeah, you guessed it. What a fucking dumb thing to do as a human being. It's so stupid. No, I was so wrong. But yeah, Knives Out was fun. Knives Out was a great time. If anybody, I'm assuming a lot of you guys have already seen it because, the association with the director and it being a pretty big hit and critically and whatnot. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. All the performances was great. I thought, or were great. I thought all the characters meshed really well, and it just kind of created a fun, chaotic atmosphere. And you didn't know who to trust. That was great, man. But yeah. Anyway, Rogue, I appreciate that. And VF Productions, good to see you guys. VF says, hey, HG, thanks again for shouting out our Shadows of the Empire project. Your support has helped in many ways. We just dropped a trailer. If you're curious, thanks, HG, and keep kicking ass. David. Hell yeah, David. Can you feel free to tweet that to me and let me retweet it and tell folks to watch it, and also so I can check it out myself. But hell yeah, man, that's exciting. A trailer is up. So yeah, Shadows of the Empire fan film project. It's been like a year plus since I think I first discovered it, or you guys popped on and told me about it, or somebody told me about it. Yeah, man. Fantastic stuff, and I'm extremely excited to check out that trailer. Let's see, Shadows of the Empire film. Let's see, where is VF? Shadows of the Empire fan film on Kickstarter. Nope, this is definitely not up, or not it. I should probably VF. There we go. Fan film teaser. Two hours ago. Okay, all right. Let me pause it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I hear the Vader breathing. All right. Awesome, man. All right. Hell yeah. So yeah, yeah, tweet that to me. I'll blast it out. Tell people to check it out. But yeah, man. So everybody, let me throw a link to the Kickstarter, because I think that kind of just has a lot of information on there, right? Why is this in another language? Weird, man. Okay. Strange. Patreon, but oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. Here is a link to VF Productions Shadows of the Empire fan film. Check it out if you have the time. Check it out because it looks pretty damn awesome. You can see they've built like interior of ships, and the amount of detail and whatnot that's going into it looks insane. The casting looks great too. I don't know if they still have the behind the scenes stuff up, like the video and whatnot, but definitely check it out, man. But anyway, I appreciate that, VF. I hope they're still here so I can so they throw a little tweet at me. But yeah, man. And Philip, did I get your name right? Let's see, Philip. Did I get your name right? Let me scroll up. It is Parade with an A in the end, though. Good try. Parada. Parada. Okay, so Parada. All right, Parada. Right? Okay. Philip Parada, thank you so much for the incredibly generous super chat and channel support this evening. I greatly appreciate that, man. Philip says, love your content. Keep doing what you're doing. Though personally, I love the Star Wars Thrawn novel. Well, thank you so much for the kind words as well. You know, that motivation keeps things going. That channel support, you know, keeps the channel alive. You mentioned the Thrawn novel. Now, I have read 4 canon novels. I read Bloodline, I read Ahsoka, I read Thrawn, and I read Last Shot. And I might have just actually listed them in the order that I liked them the most. I don't know, man. Thrawn, I liked Thrawn. But out of the 3 other ones that I mentioned, Bloodline, Ahsoka, and Last Shot, to me, for whatever reason, it's the least memorable. I don't know if it's because Thrawn as a character is a little too much at times for me, like a little too good. You know what I mean? People always talk about how Rey or other characters are too good right off the bat, but Thrawn, goddamn, often seems like a one of those kind of characters as well. You know, just too great at everything. He's so great. But as a novel, I did thoroughly enjoy it. I kind of liked the battle plans of it. It was a relatively slow-paced novel, and I enjoyed it for what it is. But yeah, my favorite canon novel is Bloodline that I've read. Like I said, I've read 4. I'm gonna be buying Alphabet Squadron tonight. But yeah, Bloodline is fantastic. I would love to see a show or a movie that not like an adaptation of the book, but a show or a movie that kind of fits that political thriller style that Bloodline was, because it felt like a political drama, you know. it was a really fun and interesting read. I would highly recommend it. It's different, for sure. It's different. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But Philip, thank you so much, man. I will keep doing what I'm doing because it's fun. Been doing this for 9 damn years now, and it never stops being fun. And if I ever feel burned out, you know what I do? I just take a couple days off. There's a reason that I only have, 900 videos uploaded on this channel? 900 videos uploaded on this channel or so in the past 9 years. What is that an average of? So how many... Okay, so... Let's... Okay. Whoa, why did I open 3 calculators? So 9 years... 3,285 days. 3,000. I already forgot. Not 285 days. Oh crap. 3,285. What is that? An average of 2 videos per week for 9 years? Yeah. Because it's fun. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just trying to think per week. But yeah. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, man. I appreciate that, Philip. Thank you so much for the channel support. Thumbs up right back at you. And I will keep doing what I'm doing. And X Stormblood X, thank you so much as well. Has the Howl for Healthcare movement made it there yet? 8 p.m. every night, people go outside and howl and cheer in support of healthcare workers. Not that I have seen that in heavily dense areas like New York and Chicago, there are things like that going on. In my area, it's a little more out there and suburby and rural. It's definitely, nobody's hanging out their windows and yelling like that. But I have seen some videos and whatnot from cities that where that is happening, and it's great to see. Is that what it's called? Howl for Healthcare? Okay, yeah, so there's articles about it here too in LA. Yeah, so it's great to see. That's the front line, in something like this, and they should be commended and appreciated and rewarded for sure. It's crazy. I had a thought the other day, and I actually tweeted it out. How the whole stolen valor thing, where dipshits will buy military uniforms and then go walk through stores or walk in whatever public spaces and have people thank them. It's I don't know what the deal is with people like this. They need some kind of they need to be appreciated without doing anything. You know what I mean? Just throw on a uniform and walk around. They're the funniest videos if you ever get a chance. Just Google stolen valor and watch a couple videos. Actual soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines will go up to these people wearing uniforms and start quizzing them, and the people have no idea what they're talking about. They're just, I don't know. But I had a thought that you're going to probably see people wearing scrubs or lab coats or other medical paraphernalia out and about who are with the same stolen valor mentality. You know what I mean? You're probably going to see people pretending to be nurses in Walmart. I guarantee that's already happening. Which is not to say that you should worry about that or look out for that. If you see somebody in scrubs, obviously you should default to that is somebody who is in the healthcare sector, and they probably deserve your appreciation. Default 99.99% of the time to that. But it is a thought that I had. My cynical side dripped in. But yeah, anyway. There you go, Star Wars dads. Cheers, man. Cheers. But yeah, anyway. I appreciate that, Storm. And Ethan O'Sullivan, thank you so much for the silent support this evening. I greatly appreciate that. I don't know if you meant to type a little message in there or if you wanted to be a silent supporter, but But Ethan, I appreciate it all the same. Thank you so much, my man. Hope you're having a good one, staying safe out there. And VF Productions, thank you so much as well. Just picked up your book as well. Stay safe and healthy. Greedo, nice. Well, I appreciate that. If anybody will speak of the devil, Nightbot just automatically, I have that set to go off like every 20 minutes or so. So Nightbot just posted a link to the book listing. Click it. It'll take you to my book listing. If you want to read it, cool. If you don't want to read it, cool. It's about 200 pages of me rambling about things that I like and some life experiences. So, yeah, I appreciate that, man. I hope you enjoy it. And Braden Birmingham, love the new video today. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you so much. That was a fun one. I had an idea to do a video like that for a long time. And, I just spent, what was it? Yesterday morning, I woke up early and I just sat at the computer and I looked up some dumb Star Wars merchandise that made me go, you know how, like, when you see, for whatever reason, like, a lot of those gimmicky novelty products, like, that have some Star Wars gimmick to it, just are probably not the best thing that you want to use for the job, right? Like that R2-D2 screwdriver. If you're going to pay a premium for a screwdriver, you're not going to, if you're serious about using a screwdriver and needing a screwdriver, don't buy an R2-D2 screwdriver. Buy a good screwdriver. You're paying a premium for a Star Wars sticker, But yeah, man, I appreciate that, and I like making those stupid videos. But yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, Braden. Game Station 3, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. This Rey is a Mary Sue thing has got to stop. Yeah, it's kind of history repeating itself with a lot of characters. If you Google characters and then the term Mary Sue or Gary Stew rather, things always pop up, really, no matter what the character is. And one of the biggest examples in Star Wars Game Station is Ahsoka. I made a video about it. Just Google HelloGreedo, what people thought of the Clone Wars or something like that. And dude, I went in the Wayback Machine, which is a internet archiver, and it was reading through forum posts after forum posts after forum posts and thread, just reading people like shitting all over Ahsoka the first season of the Clone Wars and just saying she's a Mary Sue, she's a teeny bopper, why is she wearing that and this and that. And it was really interesting to read these posts from 12 years ago about this character that most people kind of love nowadays, But yeah, it's I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of YouTube reminds me of that character in or not even YouTube, but just kind of, and not even Star Wars fandom, but just like people in general on the internet. But heavily in Star Wars fandom and YouTube culture, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It always reminds me of the character in Good Will Hunting who is at the bar, who pretends to be a brainiac, the Harvard kid, you know what I mean? And Matt Damon just rips him apart because he knows that he's just memorizing some other person's bullshit. He's not really that smart. He's great at memorization, right? He's letting these other people think for him. And I feel like I just hear parroted phrases, parroted things constantly repeated throughout fandom, throughout YouTube. And it never breaks stride. It's like you hear one phrase or label or word or opinion pop off, and then goddamn, it spreads like lightning across the sky. And it's weird and creepy, and people have a hard time thinking for themselves. And it's just like they get infected with this brain virus where, you can kind of, and people start like saying and sounding like people that they listen to. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever noticed that? Like sometimes you'll be watching a YouTuber and you'll be like, oh, you heard that from so-and-so because I listen to that podcast too, motherfucker. But you're trying to pass that off as your own thought. It's interesting. It's interesting. But anyway, Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. A lot of nonsense, Game Station 3. It's best to just kind of ignore it, right? Oh, well. But I appreciate that, man. And AG Scorcho, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. My favorite Star Wars parodies, not named Spaceballs. Oh, favorite Star Wars parodies not named Spaceballs. It's always a toss-up for me between, like, Robot Chicken Star Wars or Family Guy Star Wars. Man, it depends on what mood I'm in, which one's my favorite out of those two. But yeah, I think Family Guy Star Wars is the best in terms of goofiness for fans. You know what I mean? Goofiness for fans. Like, how do I put this? Like, there's a moment, I think, when Peter is like, or like, I don't know. It's you can tell Seth MacFarlane, the writers, are Star Wars fans. It's not like Spaceballs, which is kind of a parody of the. I mean, it is a parody of Star Wars, but it doesn't come from a place of like being a Star Wars fan, in my opinion. Family Guy comes from a place of fandom first and just kind of like running through the motions and having fun with it as a fan and making fun of it, and it's, you know what I mean? It's a lot of fun. So I don't know what my I don't know. And Robot Chicken is just is blast because it's like sketch comedy, you know. It's really really fun. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't really know any. What are some good Star Wars parodies? There's a lot of knockoff. Oh, well, see, there's things like Fanboys, which is not a parody, but this goes to anybody watching this and listening to the stream right now. If you guys have not seen the movie Fanboys, watch it. As a Star Wars fan, I think you will love it. It is goofy, it's dumb, but it is a love letter to just being a Star Wars fan. It came out in 2009. Got it on Blu-ray. It's just, I think it's a really fun movie. Short, an hour and a half, and Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see what it has on. It's probably pretty low because it came out in 2008. 32 and a 57 audience score. I think it's fun. It's kind of about a kid who, I don't want to, well, whatever, spoilers. It's not really a spoiler, but it kind of starts off the movie. These group of friends are super pumped for the Phantom Menace. It takes place before the prequels came out, and these friends are like just ridiculously excited to see it. And they find out that one of their friends get into a fight, and they find out one of their friends has cancer, and might not survive until the movie comes out. So they go on a quest to steal a print from. Yeah, basically. I won't say anything, but go watch it, man. It's a fun movie. But yeah, anyway. I appreciate that, AG. And the Wessonator, thank you so much, Mr. Wes. Imagine you're a Star Wars executive, and I came to you with an idea for a Hondo Anaka and Jar Jar Binks team up. Would you greenlight it? Depends on what medium it is. Is it movie? Is it a movie? Are we talking movie? Are we talking animated show? Are we talking Star Wars Kids YouTube channel animation? Are we talking comic book? I think. Would you greenlight it? No, I wouldn't greenlight it. I'm trying to put myself in the position, Wes, of every fan. Yeah, there's fans of Hondo, right? There's fans of Clone Wars. There's fans of Jar Jar out there. But is that something that I would want to see? Is that something that I would want resources and effort put into? and take away resources and effort from something new and interesting, you know? So no, I would not greenlight it. I would put the effort, the resources into another project, I think. What do you guys think? I mean, I like Hondo. Jar Jar's all right, you know, I guess. It's 2020 and people say that I have to like Jar Jar. It is funny how things change, man. Like, I don't know. But no, I would not greenlight it. Yeah. It's not Parody, but neither is the Cassian show. Oh, Chosen One. That's kind of my thing too. I'm not excited for the Cassian show. I hope it blows me away. You know, I hope it's fantastic. I hope it's you know, I hope it's great. But as a concept, in terms of something that I would like to see, it's pretty low on my list. You know, it's pretty low on my list of what I would want a show to be about. You know, I would rather. What I love about The Mandalorian is all new characters, but now obviously we're gonna have Ahsoka and maybe some other familiar faces. I hope the show doesn't go down a route of kind of nostalgia tripping along itself. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Wes. And VF Productions, once again, just tweeted you, we are shifting from Kickstarter and we'll be doing a new campaign on Indiegogo. Our main hub is our Facebook while we work on our website. Oh, nice. Okay. Let me check with Twitter. Golly. Where? I don't see it. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Sorry about the mess, but we are reworking and we'll relaunch and we'll be relaunching in Indiegogo instead. Here's the teaser. Nice, man. I will fire this out right after the stream. I'm excited to check it out. Little teaser action. And yeah, as soon as you guys get the Indiegogo up and whatnot, obviously take your time with it. Shoot it my way and I will be more than willing to fire it out. But I appreciate that, VF. Let's see. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire fan film teaser. Yeah, everybody go and well, yeah, follow me on Twitter and keep an eye out for VF's I'm going to retweet it, and then you can give them a follow and check out the fan film teaser and go down a rabbit hole of all their stuff, their new website and whatnot that's going to be coming out. So anyway, I appreciate that, VF, and best of luck. Tony Mario Golden II, good to see ya. Tony says, besides TNG, do you prefer the original series or Deep Space Nine? I have barely seen any of Deep Space Nine. It in terms of another series that I want to watch, Star Trek wise, it is it's the next one that I want to watch. So I've seen probably all of the original series a long time ago. So I've definitely seen way more of that than Deep Space Nine because I've maybe seen 1 or 2 episodes of Deep Space Nine. So yeah, I have a good friend of mine whose favorite Star Trek is Deep Space Nine, and I know so little about that series. But the fact that it's his favorite is kind of why I want to watch it next. I've actually been doing a TNG like rewatch over the past 2 years or so. Just kind of slowly watching an episode here and there, you know. And I believe I'm on season 6 now. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'll probably jump over to Deep Space Nine and watch that. So yeah, I mean, like I can't really give an opinion. on it because I don't really know enough about Deep Space Nine to give much of an opinion on it. Different races try to coexist peacefully in the third Star Trek spinoff. This one takes place on a 24th century space station that serves as a frontier town on the edge of a wormhole that enables travelers to journey vast different distances in short periods of time. The syndicated series included several characters from its predecessor, Star Trek The Next Generation, and a healthy 7-season run. Interesting. Okay. So I didn't know it was about that. All right. I'll check it out. But anyway, I appreciate that, Tony. Yeah, oh, Worf is in it. Maybe for a couple episodes. Yeah, man. I definitely want to check it out. I've seen not that much of Voyager either. That's another one that I need to watch all of at some point. I don't really know too much about that one either. I know I've seen a few episodes from when I was a kid, but other than that, I don't really have many memories of watching that. But I'll definitely check out Deep Space Nine next. But yeah, man, I appreciate that. So, guys, I'm gonna jet. I'm gonna pop some popcorn and watch a couple episodes of Tony, once again, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Tony says Deep Space Nine is good. Trust me. I do trust you. I honestly, I've heard nothing but good things. I don't know why. I've never gotten around to watching it. So there's 2 shows, Tony, that so many people have recommended to me, even like just people in my close circle of friends. Deep Space Nine being one of them, and Battlestar Galactica. Might come as a surprise to you, Tony. I've never seen a single episode of Battlestar Galactica. Don't really know what it's all about, but people have recommended it to me since it first aired, and I have never seen it. So Deep Space Nine and Battlestar Galactica are kind of 2 shows that have been waiting for me to turn on for a very long time, and eventually I'll get around to them. But yeah, man, I appreciate that, Tony. So, all right, guys, I will be doing another stream tomorrow night. I might fire up Lego Star Wars. I might fire up some Battlefront. I don't know what yet. I kind of like doing these low-key, like, hangout streams and just shooting the shit. They're fun. So, to everybody who, I'll probably put out a video tomorrow or Thursday. Kind of leaning towards Thursday because I sometimes I'll make a video and I realize that I didn't really clarify my point as well as I wanted to, so I'm probably going to redo bits and pieces of it, and then get it up on Thursday instead of tomorrow. So yeah, stream tomorrow night, hopefully a video Thursday, definitely a video Friday for Clone Wars, and then running into the weekend, I don't know what I have planned, but you guys know me, I don't plan shit. Flying by the seat of my pants as always. But all right, guys, to everybody who sent over some super chats and channel supports this evening, I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for shooting the shit. Thanks for supporting the channel. To everybody who hung out in the chat, thank you so much for hanging out. To everybody who didn't say a word in the chat but listened, thanks for listening. And to everybody else I did not mention, have a good night. Yeah, so wherever you are, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening on this big old ball of blue, I hope you have a fantastic rest of it. And I'll catch you all on the flip side. See ya!